Just yesterday, the girl was still the princess of this country, but the moment she was identified as a spellbreaker, she became a prisoner. Soon after, an officer strapped the girl's body to a table and subjected her to brutal physical conditioning. This is a world saturated with magic. If a child is found able to break through magical barriers, they are classified as a spellbreaker, and by law, they are taken to an armory and raised as living weapons. The girl's name is Angie. She is the future heir of this nation. As long as she completed the coming-of-age ceremony in a few days, she would become the new ruler of the country. But during a royal procession, Angie witnessed a spellbreaker being discovered for the first time. The child was only 2 or 3 months old, yet she could easily shatter a magic barrier. The police immediately announced they would take the baby away. The child's mother desperately tried to stop them, willing to be beaten but refusing to let go, insisting her baby was simply too young to use magic. At that moment, Princess Angie stepped forward, but not to help her.
ノーマは人間ではないのですから。そして次の子を産むのです。今度はノーマではない。正しい子供を。
Those words enraged the woman. She picked up a baby bottle from the ground and threw it at Angie. Fortunately, a guard blocked it with magic, and just like that, the crying infant was taken away. While the mother screamed in despair, Angie felt a trace of hesitation, but she believed this was all for the nation and its people. Late that night, unable to sleep, Angie went to the rooftop and sang. Her mother followed the sound and asked what was troubling her. Angie said she loved this world protected by magic because it was peaceful, beautiful, and free of war. But the spellbreakers she saw that day were people who could change that world, so she resolved to eradicate all spellbreakers from existence. Her mother then told her a secret. For reasons unknown, all spellbreakers were female, and at the same time, she removed the ring from her hand and gave it to Angie as a coming-of-age gift. The next day, Angie underwent the ceremony under the gaze of the masses. She slowly walked toward the crystal pillar. Once she passed the trial, she would become the new ruler. As magical energy flowed into the pillar, it gathered around Angie and triggered a spellbreaker alarm. The crowd gasped in shock. Angie herself stood frozen, and her father was stunned because he had already tampered with the pillar. It turned out the king had known Angie was a spellbreaker for years. At that moment, the prince stepped forward, saying he had restored the pillar. He couldn't understand why his father would protect an anomaly and still allow her to rule the nation. The prince addressed the crowd and announced that Angie's true identity was a spellbreaker, and that the one shielding her was none other than the king. Meanwhile, the queen desperately forced open the pillar chamber. The moment it opened, she grabbed Angie and fled. They dodged soldiers as they ran, but were still surrounded after exiting the building. A magic barrier enveloped Angie, yet she refused to believe she was a spellbreaker. She tried to prove she couldn't break the barrier, but the moment she touched it, it shattered. The soldiers immediately raised their guns. Seeing Angie resist, they opened fire. At the sound of the gunshot, the queen stepped in front of Angie. Even with a magic shield, she could not escape death. In her final moment, she blamed herself for failing to protect her daughter. A nearby soldier restrained Angie. As the crowd watched, they looked at her with pure hatred, and so Angie was sent to a mysterious island, where, after enduring the officer's brutal conditioning, she was taken to the spellbreaker training facility.